Spending a fortune on Google Ads but seeing little to no results? Or maybe you are wondering why your Google Ad budget disappears but sales do not follow. In this video, I'm going to try to find reasons why. The truth is, you are not the only one. In this video, I'm going to give you some of the examples of my past experiences while working with some of my clients, with my past businesses when it comes to Google Ads, and I'm going to highlight some of the most common reasons why your Google Ads campaign might not be working properly. So let's get on with the topic. So the first and I think most common reason why your Google Ads might not be performing or might not be performing as well as it could is that you are using the types of campaigns that are recommended by Google. And I know that this might sound silly, especially to those of you that are not that familiar with Google Ads, but the reality is that there is very little to actually no chance that you can configure your Google Ads campaign by yourself. I mean, you can, but the results will probably be less than they could be if done by a professional. And why is that? Because Google is oftentimes suggesting the campaigns that are supposed to maximize the spending, but not maximize the return on investment. Furthermore, lack of customization of messaging, ads, and various parameters that you can find in Google Ads can dilute the effectiveness of your campaigns. So what can you do about it? I think what you can do about it is that you can hire a professional. I recommend to do it with a freelancer in order to get your campaign properly configured, and also to spend little by little some money on it, experiment and compare the results in order to pick the type of campaign or pick the type of ad or even messaging within the ad that will work best for your business and for your goals. Before I will move to the next one, make sure to subscribe if you are finding this video interesting so far. So the next reason that is probable when it comes to why your Google Ads campaign is not effective is that you are trying to get immediate conversions, meaning that you are targeting users, you are targeting your ads for very broad terms, and you are trying to convince people to fill in the form on the website or do something like that. And what I'm trying to say here is that most of the times people that are clicking the ad are not super ready to convert. Sometimes they are, but they might not. But if you will offer them something in return, so if you will introduce something that is called middle of the funnel, so MOFU, then you can maximize the ROI on your ads. Let me give you an example. Let's say that you are a financial advisor and you would like to talk people about their retirement plans or investment in the stock market, in ETFs, whatever. And instead of directing the ads to the contact form on your website, you could, for example, direct the ads or design the ads in a way that they would give them a free cheat sheet about how to start investing or how to multiply your capital, how to do things around their money, how to plan their retirement. So something that they can find valuable, something that they can give you their contact information, preferably email, in this campaign, and slowly but surely start building a relationship with you. Of course, this means that you would have to, or you have to introduce an email marketing within your business, but I think it's worth it. So instead of just trying to convince people to immediately convert, you are sort of giving them something in return, and then you are maximizing the chances of getting these conversions by sending them personalized messages, by mentioning topics that are relevant for them, and so on and so forth. The third reason why your Google Ads campaign might not be performing as well, or you have a hard time to actually understand if it works or not, might be the fact that you do not have Google Analytics properly configured. Google Analytics is a very important element of digital marketing and your website and conversions and all of that. In Google Analytics, you can find a range of things. By the way, I have a separate video about Google Analytics, so you can, if you click somewhere here, you will be able to access it. But Google Analytics can tell you a lot about demographics, about users' behavior on your website, about the sources of organic traffic. But in this case, and this is the most important one, you will be able to determine what is working and how. So you will be able to see that people that are coming to your website from ads are more likely to go to the contact form and fill it in, or quite the opposite. So you will be able to assess that, for example, people that are looking for valuable information, let's say about finances, to stick with the example, they are actually more likely to engage, they are more likely to convert or to call you, to drop you an email, and not the people from Google Ads. Just to highlight this example a bit more, I just recently had a client that had a hard time to assess whether their Google Ads are actually working or not, because they've noticed that if they turned everything off, then they get similar amount of conversions. But since they did not have the Google Analytics in place, they couldn't tell, so they couldn't determine if the actual organic traffic is getting them the conversion, and it seemed like that because when they turned off the Google Ads, it turns out that the conversions were pretty much the same and the amount of leads from the website was pretty much the same. But when they turn it on, the amount of conversions start. So having Google Analytics properly configured can enable you to understand if this is an organic traffic, ad traffic, and what is the behavior of different types of users after they get onto your website. I hope that this makes sense. And the last reason that I oftentimes see in efforts of my clients is the fact that copy of your ads is just not fear or curiosity driven. So studies show, and most of marketers will tell you, that in order for the ad to convert better, it should be either curiosity driven. So I would like to understand a bit better about financial planning because this is something that can give me more wealth, more money, and so on and so forth. Or it can be fear driven. So have you already started saving for your retirement? Or for example, you're already 30, you know that you are behind 70% of your generation when it comes to retirement savings. Of course, these are just examples, but just to give you a glimpse about what kind of messaging you can put into your ads in order for them to either raise curiosity or cause fear in the audience. I think these are the most driving factors when it comes to conversions. And what I'm trying to say here is that a lot of times copy is just very blank, very flat, very impersonal, so it doesn't resonate with the audience. Experimenting with that, doing some A/B tests and trying different copy, different graphics also for your ads can actually cause your results to improve significantly. So these are the reasons that I find the most common amongst my customers. If you would like to add something to the list, please let me know in the comment section down below. If you have any questions, also leave them in the comment section down below. If this video was anyhow helpful to you, please make sure to subscribe to our channel. Have a great rest of your day and thanks for watching.